Yu-Gi-Oh ban list effective from April. Okay, what the? Okay, what? Yo, it wasn't live on the Konami website, so we have to do it like this way because, you know, shout out to Master Meta. Here we go. So it changes. So we're gonna go for newly unlimited. So we got, of course, Armageddon from 2 to 3. Okay, so Red Rose Dragon from 1 to 3. Match Spec Unicorn from 1 to 3. Plush Fire from 0 to 3. Yo, guys, what if Electromite comes back? What if Electromite comes back right now? And honestly, shout out to Master Meta. I like the way that they actually did this. You know, it goes from unlimited first, the least exciting stuff, to like, you know, the bans and the limiteds. But wow, Plush Fire is from 0 to 3. Pretty big. Ancient Fairy Dragon from 1 to 3. Denglong and Time Seal from 1 to 3. Newly semi-limited. Okay. Blaster Dragon Rulers Infernos. Okay, nice. Redox Dragon Rulers of Boulders from 1 to 2. Tempest from 1 to 2. And Tidal from 1 to 2. Lunalight Tiger from 1 to 2. Super duper random. Colossus from 1 to 2. Eve the World Just a Star from 1 to 2. Okay, so these are the semi-limited lists. I was gonna say that, yo, why don't they just put all the Dragon Rulers at 3? But I guess they're trying to, like, you know, just test the waters a bit first. Redox, Tempest, Tidal. You know, definitely great, like generic fire, generic earth, generic wind, and generic water supports. Absolutely insane. Tiger, Colossus, and Eve. Okay, all right, here we go. Next, we got Eva from 0 to 1. Ash, here we go. 3 to 1. Popular, 3 to 1. Oh, strings. Okay, so they're hitting the FTK. Yo, I like this. I actually like this. Not only did they address Snake Eye, but they also address gimmick puppets. So that, you know, just see 1 or 2 tops here and there. But I feel like they're doing like a whole extinction, like a whole entire nuclear nuke on the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. Like this is amazing. I like the fact that they're not only addressing the top tier decks, but they're also addressing the gimmicks of the format as well, right? So gimmick puppets. Okay, branded fusion. Gates from branded fusion. Okay, obviously they're hitting every deck. U-Bell, Samsara, please don't tell me Samsara got hit. Opening Spirit Gates from 3 to 1, definitely a U-Bell hit for sure. Prosperity to 1, Sangens. Hold up. And that grass is greener, okay. Skill Drain, okay. That grass is greener is crazy. We've been seeing, like, I've been seeing a lot of speculations on this card. A lot of people are buying this card out on TCG Player. I had a feeling that this card was gonna get unbanned.
Quasimodo predicted all this.
Eva's back, Ash is at 1, Popular at 1. Maybe they have the ban Flamberg, right? So Power Brand Fusion, Opening Spirit Gates. No fan of U-Bell, so I'm actually like really happy. I'm a huge fan of that. No fan of U-Bell. But Opening Spirit Gates with 3 to 1 is actually insane. So far, the ban list is looking really creamy. Now off to the ban section, okay, guys? Flamberg, Apollosa, Beatrice. All right, here we go. So first ban, Lacrima. Oh my, Apollosa, Hot Red. Okay, and wow, guys, this ban list is crazy. Holy shit, Argape! Beatrice banned, and honestly, I never would have saw Lacrima getting banned right now because of how new it is. But going from 3 to 0 absolutely makes sense because it just promotes toxic Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay. You know, honestly, people still have to invest into their side deck slots right here to basically burn people in time. But Lacrima was accessible in everyone's extra deck. And that's what's really cancer. So not only did they address Lacrima, but they also banned Apollosa, Savage, Baron, and all those cards are completely gone. And Apollosa is one of those like very toxic cards where it's like you put out 4 negates, and sometimes even 4 negates Apollosa is just enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need any other cards. Like, you know, your whole deck can just build around Apollosa. And a lot of end boards like U-Bell, ending on Apollosa with Nightmare Pain, is literally impossible to out. Like it's insane. Hot Red, obviously, like if they're touching all these toxic cards like Lacrima, Apollosa, and also Beatrice, it makes sense to hit Hot Red because in the TCG it was at 3, OCG is banned, and Master Duel was also banned as well. So they definitely have to ban this card because then if they didn't ban this would have been the new strategy to try to spam out Hot Red Dragon Archery in decks like Centurions, right? So they hit all the cancer ways to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Flamberg didn't get banned. Let's see what Twitter. Okay, so okay, let's take a look at this, okay? So let's take a look at this together, all right? If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Fiendspin Lacrima, Apollosa, Hot Red, Beatrice. These cards are just, you know, great hits. I feel like they're great. I honestly think looking at this list right here, Fiendsmiths becomes a bit weaker in Snake Eyes because like there's no point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is, like, you can't make Beatrice anymore, right? So Beatrice being gone is a huge thing, right? So Now, like Snake Eyes, I feel like it's still playable. Okay, like my just like quick thoughts on this. Snake Eyes is still playable, but like, what are they making? Like, can they play around Nib anymore? Apple's is banned. Like, can they play around Nib anymore? What's the new lines for Snake Eye, right? Like, can they play around Nibiru? You know what I'm saying? The Fiend Smith becomes a bit weaker in Snake Eye. Snake Eye just still becomes like kind of like a great peer engine. Die Bellstar's at 3, Wanted still at 3, Bonfire is still at 3. So we got like Snake Eyes is still a very powerful deck, but is it efficient at playing through hand traps? I'm not 100% sure yet. We have to ask the pros. The toxic burn strategies are completely gone. You still got a side deck. Like if you want to burn somebody in time, you got a side deck for that. Like you got to commit 3 side deck spots to burn somebody in time, like you know, sprint, you know, scatter shot and shit like that. But you also, you know, like Dogwood can still be in people's side deck, but like I don't think it's gonna be as popular now because like there's no cheesy way to win because Lacrima is completely banned. So I feel like this is a great way and great step for Konami to actually make Yu-Gi-Oh healthy again by banning cards like Lacrima. Haplos needed to go. Obviously, a lot of people were happy with this card's ban. I 100% know people are gonna be very happy with this ban. Hard Red Dragon Archina, King Calamity. Really strong hit as well. Beatrice, great hit. This card needed to go. Honestly, she paid for every deck sins except for Burning Abyss. You know what I'm saying? Like Burning Abyss just got punished. You know what I'm saying? Like Beatrice has got to go. Like she's broken. Any generic Foolish Burial type cards, you see Lavabo Chain being banned. Why was Beatrice still out? Who knows? But with the release of Fiend Smith, she had to immediately go for sure. So Snake Eyes still really strong because of the hits, like Popular at 1, Ash at 1, but still Bonfires at 3, Wanted's at 3, you know, Die Bellstars at 3. Flamberg is still not banned, so we can see Snake Eyes being like a sub engine now, more of an engine. Like for example, I can see the Infernoids can be really insane because that Grass is Greener is now back in the format. We see that now, like on top of my head, Infernoids are gonna be insane. I think Infernoids are gonna be crazy. So Snake Eyes still gonna be in there, but I feel like it's gonna be used as an engine rather than just like a main deck, you know, like maybe 1 Ash, 1 Popular, 1 Oak, 1 Flamberg, you know, 3 Diebel, 3 Bond, like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe in those types of decks like Infernoids, Snake Eyes will still be a bit more popular in there, you know, get me? No more popular, you know what I'm saying? Well, what am I saying? Branded Fusion at 1, definitely a huge consistency hit to Branded as well. They always gotta check everything. Gimmick Puppet Strings, Dark Strings, great hits for the Gimmick Puppet matchups. Opening Spirit Gates, this does nothing for you Bell players. Phantom was the card that they needed to hit. I feel like Phantom is gonna get absolutely destroyed next format. Sengensen Summoning, definitely a little bit of like just like a light jab to Tenpai, not really like the biggest hit. So I'm looking at the top of my head right now, Yubel and Tenpai and maybe Inferno Snake Eyes are like just like a top tier decks right now. Eva, I can't really give too much of an opinion on, but I know Ben 10 is at 3 and also Herald the Orange Light is at 3, right? So you know what I'm saying, like not sure on that, so you guys can comment on that for me in the comments below on what your thoughts on Eva's meta impact will be moving forward. Next, we got, of course, that Grass is great. Infernoid's great in those Miller decks. Really great. We got three thrusts, remember, 3 thrusts, 3 left arm offering, 1 Grass. Thrust for Grass going second, activate Grass, clean that shit up. Skill drain. And also, one thing that Konami did not address is Runics, bro. God damn, where is the runic hits? Runic? What the f is the runics, bro? I think this ban list is great, but what the hell happened to the stun decks? Yes, Skill Drain is kind of like a runic hit, kind of, but like, still, you know? Yeah, I feel like they should have hit Founding to 1 too, you know what I'm saying? Prosperity, a great consistency hit. This card is just like, hey, look at the top 6 card of your deck for free. You know, pick any card you want, let's just your whole deck. Prosperity was such an L, you know what I'm saying? Great hit on that. I like the way they addressed it. But limited section, Runic Fountain 100% needs to be there or somewhat. You know, tip needed to go too, you know what I'm saying? All right, Semi-Limited Blaster. These are just like random up hits. These are kind of like experimental cards that did absolutely nothing. That was at 1, they're just pushing it up from 1 to 2 to kind of like test out the waters a bit here and there. So semi-limiteds don't really have much to say. Blaster, Redox, Tempest, Title. Really great to have these cards back on the map, but I don't think it's gonna make any kind of like a meta impact or anything like that, just in my personal opinion. Tiger was at 1, now it's at 2, so definitely like, you know, I felt like all these newer decks will power creep a little lights anyway, so I'm not too sure how this deck would do. Just like random, like up to 3 Red Wolves Dragon, up to 3 Kieran, to 3 Plush Fire, no Electromite unbans here, and the Unlimited is just like, it's kind of like whatever, you know, like Kieran doesn't really do anything now. It's just so overshadowed by all the new cards that are coming out. Plush Fire, don't have too much of an opinion on this card just yet. Top 5 best decks for sure. We got Yubel, Runics, we got Tenpai for sure. Some variation of Snake Eyes, and like maybe like a Fiendsmith variant deck of like Fiendsmith Musketeers or something like that, right? So those are just 5 decks on top of my head. The Snake Eye deck is like Snake Eye Inferno and stuff like that with the grass. So I can feel like maybe Light Swords are actually pretty good now too. So who knows, bro? Who knows? So that's pretty much it. Enjoy the ban list. Yu-Gi-Oh is officially saved. I feel like Konami did a really great job communicating the ban list with us this time. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised with the amount of hate that Konami has gotten for being communicative on Twitter, and they're getting shit on on Twitter. I don't think they're ever gonna do this ever again. I feel like we've taken this for granted. Although that they dropped this on like the 31st day of August, they did tell us that it was gonna be in August. Maybe the way that they did it could have been a bit better, or you know what I'm saying. But they did communicate with us. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if Konami just never communicates with us ever again. But
never see this face again.
Yu-Gi-Oh is officially saved. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys on the tier list video. All right, guys. Peace. Holy shit, this is crazy.